welcome to the mat and welcome to this online coven. So for those who are new here, my name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch. And welcome to today's flow where we are going to wake up well. So it is a gorgeous 15-minute flow to find a little bit of movement into the body, get our breath, kind of sort our head for the day, feel rebalanced, feel reset, and just wake up well. As you can see, I have come to the beach today, so we are in a gorgeous location called Newgale Beach here in Pembrokeshire, Wales, and it is a beautiful spring morning. The sun is shining, I've got my coffee, gonna do some yoga. Gonna have to edit this out, but that's okay. So today we are going to, like I said, work through a gorgeous 15-minute flow, waking up well, listening to the sounds of the sea, and just dedicating a little time in our morning routine to us and our well-being. So you don't necessarily need any props for today's flow, but if you need anything to support your practice, you're welcome to grab them. And when you're ready, I will meet you back here in just a moment so we can get flowing. Okay, my love, so to begin today's practice, you're going to come in to a comfortable seated position, maybe sitting back in hero's pose like me, or maybe sitting cross-legged. But we're going to flip our palms up towards the sky, close the eyes. And we're going to begin today's practice together by taking a beautiful deep inhale through the nose. And a slow exhale, all the way out. So starting to bring our mind to the mat, starting to focus on our breath. Maybe this is the first thing you've done since you've gotten up this morning. Maybe you just rolled out your mat and got moving. Maybe you've had a cup of coffee first, sorted out the kids, the cats, whatever. But it doesn't matter. For the next 15 minutes, it's just going to be you, your body and your breath. So before we continue any further with today's flow, we're going to take a moment to acknowledge the fact that we came to the mat, to acknowledge the fact that we took time out of our day to take care of us. And with the palms flipped up towards the sky, we're starting to draw in the energy of the rising sun, starting to draw in the energy for day ahead, that sense of positivity, that sense of joy, that sense of warmth radiating through our muscles. And then from here, keeping the shoulders rolled back, we're going to drop the chin all the way into the chest. Getting a gorgeous stretch up the back of the neck. Inhale, the head comes back into the center. Drop it all the way back. And we're going to really open up the lungs here, work with our lion breath. So we inhale through the nose. And on your exhale, stick out the tongue and sigh it out. 2 more times, inhale. Lion breath out. Inhale. And lion breath out. Bringing the head back into the center. On our inhale this time, we're going to open those arms nice and wide, really pulling back on the hands here, find an arch in the spine. And then exhale to curve the spine, wrap the arms around you as if you're giving yourself a hug. Inhale to open up. Exhale, wrap your arms around yourself, give yourself a hug. Taking it a few more times, so inhale to open. Exhale to hug. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. Final time. We inhale, really open these arms nice and wide. And then exhale, wrap the arms around yourself, give yourself a hug, a little squeeze here. Again, acknowledging the fact you came to the mat, that you dedicated time to waking up well. Beautiful. Release the hands into the mat, and you're going to shuffle any way you need to come into a tabletop position. So hip bones just above the knees, shoulders above the wrist. And from here, working through our classic cat-cow. So on your inhale, we drop the chest, take the gaze forwards. On your exhale, curve the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Beautiful, and we're going to keep making this movement with the rhythm of our own breath. So inhaling to drop the chest, exhaling to curve. And you can stay in your classic cat-cow stretches, or we are by the beach this morning. Maybe we start to add a bit of spinal waves. So as you inhale to drop the chest, you're going to arch the spine and then move the hip bones all the way back to the heels. Exhale to roll into the shoulders and move forwards. Inhale to arch the spine, hips to the heels. Beautiful. And maybe you close the eyes here. So starting to take the attention away from how the pose is looking and to focus on how the pose is feeling. Remember, this is a morning flow, and maybe you're feeling a little bit of stiffness in the body. Maybe you haven't quite woken up yet. That is fine. Taking it just 2 more times. Before the next time that we go to curve the shoulders, we tuck the toes under, lift the hip bones to the sky, and we start to pedal out those legs. So walking out the legs here in our down dog. Bending one knee, bending another, wiggling those hips all the way up to the sky. And we're going to keep the spinal waves moving in our down dog. So from here, you're going to roll into the shoulders, almost as if you're going to come into a plank. And then we bend the knees, bend the elbows, hips come back to the sky. Beautiful. Press into the tippy toes, roll to the shoulders. And then bend the knees, hip bones come high. Keep taking this movement for 3 more breaths. Doesn't have to be perfect. Before we find our way back to our down dog here. And we're going to walk these legs to touch. Bending the knees. Knees are going to move over to the left-hand side. Bending the knees, hip bones come to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, move through center. Hip bones over to the left, knees over to the right. Moving into the center, we gaze between the thumbs. Maybe taking 1 big step. Maybe taking a couple of little steps here. But we're going to make our way into our ragdoll. So bend the knees, find the elbows, and start to take a little sway from side to side. Letting the upper half of the body, give a little bit, become really weightless here. If you fancy a bit more of a stretch for the legs, you can keep them straight. On our inhale, hands come to the shins, gaze forwards. Exhale to bend the knees, roll the body up to standing, a gorgeous full body stretch here. Pointing those fingers, pulling the belly button in and up, those ribs, taking a little bit of free movement now. So swinging the arms, bending the knees. Now, letting go of the idea of being self-conscious in our free movement, just looking at the idea of kind of waking up the body, finding a little bit of bend in the knees, a swing in the shoulders, anything at all. Almost as if you're shaking off last night's sleep, any stress that we're still holding on from the day gone, ready to welcome in a new one. Maybe taking a little dance, anything at all. But from here, my darlings, we're going to work through some modified sun salutations. So instead of taking the full vinyasa, we're going to take some modified halfway lifts just to open the heart chakra. So we're going to work through 5 rounds, ignoring the fact a whole bunch of surfers have turned up and I'm nervous. So we're going to take 5 rounds of our sun salutations. When you're ready, feet are hips width apart. On your inhale, we sweep the arms all the way to the sky, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale to bend the knees and forward fold. Inhale, engage this core, we halfway lift, shine the heart forwards. And then exhale to bend the knees, roll the body all the way up to standing, arms flow overhead. And then back into heart center, taking it 4 more times. We inhale. We exhale, bend the knees and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shine the heart. Exhale, bend the knees, roll the body all the way up to standing, floating those arms overhead in prayer. And then back to heart center, keep it going. Inhale. We exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, roll the body all the way to standing, arms flow overhead in prayer. And then into heart center, final time, inhale. We exhale, forward fold, beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Shining that heart, exhale. This time we plant the hands down. We're going to step back 1 leg, step back another leg. Maybe you drop from the top for your first vinyasa of the day. Maybe you lower the knees, but bend the elbows close to the chest. On your inhale, we keep the elbows bent, come to cobra. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the toes, briefly back to down dog here. Before we bend the right knee to the right wrist, lower the leg down, step the left leg on top and move into a seated position. From our seated position, we inhale, arms come high. Exhale, left arm floats to the left hand side of our mat and get a gorgeous side body stretch. Inhale, move to the center. Exhale, right hand floats by our side. Get a gorgeous side body stretch on the left hand side. Taking it a few more times. Inhale to the center. Exhale, left hand floats down. Inhale and exhale. Final 2 times. We inhale. Exhale, left hand floats to the left hand side of our mat. Inhale to the center. Exhale, right hand floats down. Side body stretch. And then inhale, we move into the center, make a fist, and begin to take a few little wrist rolls here, moving the neck, maybe rolling the shoulders, shaking out the arms, shaking out the head, anything at all. Before we come into a seated position, maybe legs across, maybe legs extended, it's completely up to you. But from here, we're going to flip the hands down into the tops of the knees or maybe into the tops of the thighs. Roll back the shoulders, sitting tall, sitting proud here. And although this is a quick 15-minute kind of wake up well flow, we're going to end today's flow with a little bit of meditation, so a little bit of intention setting. I really do believe that sometimes when we kind of set ourselves up for a day with a positive mindset, it really can kind of influence how the day goes. Maybe that's just my witchcraft practice. Maybe that's just the positive vibes going on because I am by the beach. But who knows, we're going to jump on the positive vibes bandwagon. So sitting tall, sitting proud here, proud of the fact we came to the mat, proud of the fact we spent time taking care of ourselves. We take an inhale. And we take an exhale. You can choose to repeat after me out loud or quietly in your mind, but when you're ready. I welcome in a new day with an open heart. I welcome in a new day with a positive mind. I welcome in a new day with strength and faith in my soul. Just sitting for a moment with these words, not just saying them, but feeling them. Welcoming in a new day with an open heart, a positive mind, and strength and faith in our souls. And we're going to end our practice today, my darlings, by bringing the hands to prayer in the centre of our chest. As always, closing this class as a collective coven with one final breath in. And one final breath out, bowing low with gratitude to ourselves for coming to the mat, for those who came together as a coven for their support and energy, and from me to you, thanking you for joining me here this morning to wake up well and to bring in a little bit of self-care into our morning routine. Sending so much love, sending so much magic from my mat to yours, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have an epic day, my darlings.